Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So we have a brand new look at the Wheel of Time show this Monday. So without further ado, let's watch it. So I think it's about Moiraine and Lan.
We both have work to do today.
Learn my
Oh, that's me.
This is Moiraine.
Whatever happens now, there's no turning back.
No bond is closer than an Aes Sedai and her warden.
Okay, so that was interesting. That was a mix of some new shots that we haven't seen and some old ones that we have. And I believe, unless my memory is mistaken, the soundtrack in the background of that, or the music, is something we might not have listened to before. But yeah, what did you guys make of that? Did you think it was really cool, interesting? Was there some shots in there that you really loved? I'd love to know your thoughts. Leave a comment down below and let's get to it. But before I get into my breakdown, if you're new around here and you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. I know a lot of you guys, the majority of you, aren't actually subscribed to the channel that does watch my content. I have a huge amount of content that will be coming from the next week. Obviously, with the airing of the show, there's loads of content coming, so keep an eye out on that. Right, let's get into this breakdown. So, just off the bat, let's just start off straight away. We start off with quite a lot of new shots we've already seen, actually, in fact. So yeah, the first actual new shot, I believe, is this one here of Lan, where these are obviously the dragons sworn for Logain, I would presume, and he's actually holding on to what looks to be the spear or pike of the person he's attacking and slashing with his own blade, which is kind of cool to see. We can't actually see whether that is actual pike or spear that he's holding. Then we get a couple more shots of what we've already seen. Once again, a lot of same shots. Then we get a really cool looking shot of Moiraine channeling that we haven't seen during Winter Night, which I think is really cool to see. She's like in her element, using the weaves to strike lightning at the Trollocs, which I find really cool to see. A lot of good effects going on here, like for example, the way the lightning is kind of being directed towards each individual Trolloc that she's attacked. Because if you can see here, from the top right hand corner of this shot, the lightning comes in and strikes the Trolloc. So that's really cool. So we've got a lot of direction going on with the channeling, which I hadn't up until this point to a certain degree noticed when it comes to attacking, certain dark shadow spawn or dark friends, so to speak. We've had like the scenes where we've had Alana kind of channel and then block the arrows coming in at her and those sorts of things, and the healing of Moiraine by Corinne Nagashi, I believe it was, in the first teaser trailer. But this is the first time from my memory where we've seen the actual kind of direction of a weave going towards a target, so to speak, which I think is really cool to see and to note, of course. Up next we get like a really close-up shot of Moiraine admiring her work, I suppose, is the best way I can put that. And then, oh, you know me, if you've been following me for any length of time, you know I absolutely love anything to do with Shadar Logoth. So seeing this right here is really cool to see. So interestingly enough, this actual shot, I believe, is from one of the leaked photos of that happened about maybe a week or two ago now. I didn't cover it because it wasn't right to actually do that, because obviously those shots weren't supposed to be released. But now we've got this shot. I will bring up the photo of that shot which we're seeing right now in this teaser trailer, or this teaser I should say, because it's literally the exact same one. If it isn't, you won't see it, but if it is, I'll put it up on the screen right now for you guys to have a look at, so you can see a bit more of the the rest of the frame, because of course these are all taken, I would say, from Instagram and Twitter and then uploaded to those platforms. I really wish they would give us a YouTube version where we get a widescreen shot of everything. But yeah, that seems not to be what they're doing. But it's really cool to see Rand, Perrin and Egwene moving away from Shadar, which is really cool to see. I believe this is just after we've seen, obviously, the first teaser trailer where we get the first shot of Shadar Logoth, where we see the statue start to be, I suppose, taken over in a sense, though it's not going to come to life. But you see Shadar kind of crawl up it, which is really cool to show that that is alive, you know. And so now we're seeing a little bit of that again in this very short, brief shot. We can see it starting to go towards Rand, Egwene and Perrin, because of course Shadar, as we know, feeds on the living, and so it's attracted to them. So that's really cool to see that going on. I think these particular scenes in Shadar Logoth is going to be really cool. And just one other thing to note, I could be completely wrong on this, but on my last video we saw or one of the last ones, I can't remember which one it was, we got a shot of a doorway that had some candles lit, but this kind of doorway in the background of this shot here kind of looks quite similar to that. Maybe that's my eyes and imagination playing a trick on me, but I'll bring it up on the screen right now in the video to see whether it's true or not, and then I'll give you my thoughts on that. So that's something that might have kind of given a little bit of confirmation on whether that particular shot from the previous videos I had out was of Shadar Logoth or not. There's a lot of you guys that watched it obviously thought it wasn't Shadar Logoth because of it being lighted up with the torches and candles along the walls of the city, and so you thought it was Tar Valon or another city that we're going to be visiting in season 1. Then we get an actual much clearer shot of one that we'd already seen of Lan carrying Moiraine. I'm guessing this is through Shadar Logoth as well, after she's kind of expended her energy using the one power, and so it's just carrying her in there for safety and respite for the evening. Once again, a lot of shots we've already seen, but then we get a new one, and this is interesting. Well, actually, it's not that interesting. It's just a shot of Moiraine and Lan in Emond's Field. Now, this is either the night after they've gone into the Winespring Inn, or this is perhaps before that, because they go, or at least to my recollection, Moiraine goes into Emond's Field on multiple occasions. It's not just that one occasion where she goes to the Winespring Inn. I believe she will travel into the Emond's Field and then leave and then come back. So this could either be the morning after the Winespring Inn scene or some other sort of time when they've first ventured there. But I would say because of Lan being there, I would suggest this is after the Winespring Inn scene and the day after they've slept in the inn. Yeah, then we get a lot of shots we've already seen before, but then we get a really cool one. This is during winter night. It's Lan using, and this is absolutely so cool to see. He's using the body of a fallen Trolloc as leverage to run and jump and take off of the dead Trolloc, and then use it to springboard onto another Trolloc, where he absolutely slices the Trolloc's head in half. So this is so cool to see, and this is something I think we're now kind of starting to see the further we've gotten towards the official air date of the show. Is I've started to see pictures from other regions of, you know, fans in the community showing that it's an 18+ sign, and you know, with everything we are seeing now, I am really starting to firmly believe the ratings in all the countries are going to start to converge on, say, 18+ certificate of how old you should be to watch, which is really cool to see. But yeah, just in general, that was really cool to see Lan use a dead Trolloc to springboard off of and then kill another one. Yeah, that's so cool to see. And then we get Another really cool, interesting weave that Moiraine is using. Kind of like spirals, and then it's like going out. I'm guessing it's kind of like a aftershock in a sense, the effect of how it looks at least. So yeah, that was cool. Then we've got a lot of follow-up shots that we've already seen before. And yeah, that ends this 30 odd second clip of the new teaser we've gotten today. So yeah, that's my breakdown of it. What did you guys make of it? I think it's really cool we're still getting all these new teasers that have new shots that we haven't previously seen. Even if they're from, say, the same sort of scenes we have seen a bit more of an extended viewing of in the past. But yeah, so guys, I hope you've all enjoyed this very brief video on the breakdown of this scene. If you've enjoyed the video, as always, please leave a like on the video, as it greatly helps to push the algorithm and to get this out to the masses. And of course, any comments you have on the teaser would greatly help as well. But yeah, once again guys, thank you for watching. I'll catch you all later on in the week, as I'm sure we're going to get something this Wednesday as well.